Good morning, everybody. David here, and I'm here with Renard, and he wants to do a follow-up, telling us what's going on, showing the setup they have with these gang stalkers and this remote neural monitor torture and all this going on. Also, like I said, if you want to interview, please email hollyspunk@gmail.com. But next week I might take like a 3 or 4 day break because I with V2K and stuff. It's been stressing me out lately, so I've been getting hit hard, and so I just need a break. So, but I will schedule an interview sometime after that. So anyway, Renard, take it from here.
Yeah, man, I just wanted to show all the other targets what's going on in my apartment complex, how they got everybody surrounding me. And they also installed a network after I moved in here. Spectrum sent out this contractor named ADB to install this network on these power lines and going into my apartment here. I'm going to show everybody this. And there's stalkers out here right now. All these people out here are not out here for nothing. That's all I'm going to say, because there's no way you're going to tell me a bunch of adults are just hanging around on the basketball court every day, same people every day. And they got my next door neighbor, all the people in the building. All these buildings are filled with people that are in on this shit. But this was installed when I moved in. After I moved in, this whole thing right here was installed. All this shit right here was installed after I moved in. That box was installed after I moved in. They put a whole bunch of new lines up here and this box right here after I moved in. All this shit, this equipment, this box, this was put here after I moved in. And all of this assists with them monitoring me inside of my apartment, I believe. It's all a part of what I was trying to show on the last video, where it looks like a thermal imaging of me in the apartment. That equipment, that box and everything, it was all part of that. Two of them behind me right now.
So didn't you say that you found out what they're spreading about you?
Yep. They all around me, and all every day. They all around me. Everybody walking around here has been recruited to be around me, around this area. All my movements are being watched.
So what did that lady? Could you tell us about the lady and what she said to you?
Well, that ain't no lady, man. That's a demon, and she called me a pedophile to my face. She called me a pedophile to my face and confirmed the smear campaign by a bunch of total, complete strangers, which means that I'm being stalked. Somebody is spreading these rumors and motivating these people to say these things about me. And they don't know me. I'm not from this city, and I've never committed any act of that nature in my life. And these are the people who are spreading this shit, and they're being motivated by either Homeland Security, somebody in that realm is heading this up, and they're using mind control technologies on me. And that's the motivation behind the whole thing.
Right. Well, that's a big plus to find out what they're saying about you, because a lot of people never find out. And I'm sorry they're saying that about you. I know I can tell you that one time, like I said, in New Orleans when I was on Bourbon Street, this dude came up to me and he's like, "Get your pedophile butt off of Bourbon Street." And I said, "Well, you know what?" I said, "Come here." I said, "I will pay for a background check right now and show you I'm not no pedophile. I said, do you want to come here and take the time to look? And he said, no. And I was mad. I said, get the F out of my face. You know, I was pissed. I said, well, if you're gonna call me that, but you don't want me to show you that I'm not that, then get the F out of my face. And
Yeah, because
he
they
backed
being
off and
paid,
left.
they being paid to spread that shit around. It don't matter if it's true or not.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers know it's not true. I put some new audio up. I put some audio up on my community tab on the Amarukan channel. I put some audio up from last year of them trying to talk shit to me about recording around here. Like, who the hell are y'all to try to tell me something? Y'all don't know me. For one, and for two, y'all in the public, and it's just like, why you want about my camera? There's cameras all up on these buildings, any fucking.
Right. Right. And I'm gonna put the link in the description to his other channel, his God's favorite channel, I think it's called. So because he
Right.
posts evidence and stuff. So yeah, you could check that out.
And they all know I'm on the phone with you right now. They all know I'm doing this right now. There's always action in this parking lot over here. These
Right.
guys on the basketball, the dudes on the basketball court, or they just gang stalkers over there. They ain't playing no damn basketball for sure. And they just, you know what I'm saying? The black car, you see that black car up there? He pulls up here every day and backs in and sits there all fucking day.
Wow. And you're in Ohio?
Yeah, Cincinnati.
Oh,
I'm,
is that near
I'm,
Springfield?
I don't know how far it is from Springfield.
Oh, because I've been hearing stuff about pets getting eaten and all kinds of stuff in Springfield. They say it's bad.
I'm showing I'm showing y'all live gang stalking in action right damn now.
On the court?
The whole scene, every single person you see out there, the red car, that red Mustang over there, it's all just a part of it, man. Everybody out here just bullshit, man, and they don't even. Most of them don't even live here, man. But every day it's a gathering out here. Every single day it's a gathering.
Right. And then and then it sucks because the whole apartment complex has been told you're something that you're not, and you're being judged wrongfully and spied on wrongfully, and it's just horrible how this stuff happens. I'd like to know what they say about me, because a lot of times, that's the biggest question I've asked myself for years. What are they saying about me?
Yeah, I found out it had to be the worst thing you could say about me because the amount of stalkers that I have, I knew it could be only the worst possible thing you could say about a motherfucker, man.
Mm.
There's another one hanging around too. These motherfuckers is hanging around right now. Like,
Yeah, and see, they always leave plausible deniability. Plausible deniability is what they always do. Let me see what I can do here. Let's see. Plausible deniability. And here's the definition of plausible deniability. It's the ability to deny knowledge or responsibility for actions taken by others, even if one was involved or willfully ignorant. It's often used by senior officials in chain of command. It's like if there's not enough evidence to prove guilt, then innocent must be presumed. If no records are kept and instructions, difficult to determine who is responsible for actions. If one business hires another business separate, anyway, it's just basically they always leave oh well, he's just standing out there smoking. And that's not true. We know they're stalking. But that's what I hate when I used to post evidence until they start. I can't stand trolls doing that. Oh well, it don't happen a million times every day. If it's a plausible, if it's really what you say, you know what I'm saying? Every day you go through this, so you know who's doing what. But look at that dude walking. They're walking quick.
man, I'm telling you, man, they come around. As soon as I got on the video, they showed up, man. These motherfuckers already been. It's like I never was under any illusions that this wasn't what was going on. Like I don't know why the hell they.
Now, have you ever thought about telling that lady, well, you want to look at my record or something like that?
Man, these people know that shit ain't true, bro. They know it. They getting, they getting paid to spread that shit.
Oh
You know
yeah,
they
yeah,
get.
they're getting paid to spread it.
So I don't. It don't even matter. They don't give a fuck if it's not true because they getting paid to fucking act like it's true. And my record shows it. I ain't never had any type of charges on that type of all that shit, man. So it's just absolutely outrageous, man. But they've been harassing me about the same woman harassing me about my recording and shit. They told her my YouTube channel, so they all know about my YouTube channel, I suppose.
All right. Sure. So what else has been going on with you?
Man, I just been every day I think about trying to call my mother and my father and talk to them about this thing, and I just realized that it's a lost cause trying to talk to them about this shit because they've played their part and they don't want anything to do with that situation. Because I went to their house 2 years ago and I visited them and they showed me what it was, and I just can't get them to admit anything. So y'all know I'm a veteran. I've been working with the VA to as much as I can just to have some form of support. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the VA, are the VA any help at all? Probably not, huh?
Yeah, the VA the VA helps, man. The VA helps because if I need to use the hospital to go there to feel better from this shit, I can go there. They got programs that offer a chance to get away from this environment and stuff like that. So I'm working on that, on just trying to stay away from here as much as I can while I'm living here because the only reason these people are around is to monitor me. They literally are all monitoring me, and it's just designed to make me look paranoid by saying it, pointing it out. But I'm just like, if anybody was reviewing the footage of this parking lot for the past year, anybody with half a brain could tell that there's some kind of something going on over here that's abnormal. It's not. This is not normal. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And as a veteran, man, you're doing the right thing in my opinion. You're reaching out and going to the VA and biding your time positively away from all that stuff, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, man.
That's good.
I'm, it's,
Yeah,
it's just like
because
it's a
that's one
huge.
bad thing. If we focus on it, it makes us bitter and makes us more likely to lash out and do something that we shouldn't do or what like that. I know that's what I used to do. I used to go hard on gang stalkers and stuff, but and make a fool of myself in the end, because they always turn it around on you.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. They trying to, what I'm saying, complain. They try to complain to the office about me recording them like I'm doing them something. I'm like, yo, I have a right to record what's going on outside. Anybody does.
Right. And that's one thing us as targets do is we focus on the problem rather than focusing on a way out. So I really think that VA thing was probably positive for you. I don't know what programs they have or nothing. I know when I was in Louisiana, I was in New Orleans and I would go to the VA to wash my clothes, and everybody was saying, "Well, are you a veteran? They got some good programs here," but I've heard opposite too. So I don't know how that goes. I'm not a veteran, so.
Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you this. So the first time I ever went to this VA in Cincinnati, they gang stalked the shit out of me, bro. I was in the psych ward last year. I went to the psych ward at the VA after the police took me to the psych ward to University Cincinnati Hospital. I stayed there overnight, and then the next morning I was forced to go to the VA psych ward. And man, every nurse was doing the hand signal bullshit to me in the psych ward.
Wow.
I can't. It's like if I without a body camera, there's no way I could prove that that happened. But it happened, man. They were all like in on this shit. I'm like, damn. So there's somebody out there with a hell bent mission to get me into psychiatric care, dude. And it's all based off this goddamn Truman Show technology.
Right. Wow.
And so many people are just totally just they wilt under any pressure. So everybody participates like there's no whistleblowers besides the TI themselves and Edward Snowden.
Right. And Assange.
Yeah, Julian Assange.
Yeah. There's this Air Force dude. I was thinking about posting this video. I found it. This dude just came out with the Air Force talking about chemtrails and talking about how they're spraying the skies for mind control. And
Yeah, I got some chemtrail footage on my God's favorite channel, man. They were putting X's in the sky over here by me, man.
yeah, yeah. My girlfriend's got pictures of X's in the sky too. They were doing the same thing here where we're at.
Yeah, when you're a TI, man, them fucking chemtrails are for you. They're for you because my first instance of seeing chemtrails was in like 2010, and I used to see it was in New Orleans too. I used to see these little, it looked like little tiny airplanes, and they had a trail behind the airplane.
Yeah.
It looked like a fake airplane with some type of fucking vapor trail coming out of it.
Right. And people say, "Oh, that's just jet fuel burning up." But what jet fuels do leave trails, but they dissipate quick. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
been proven. The U.S. Air Force and stuff are this Air Force whistleblower admitted that since the 96, 95, 96, they've been spraying the skies with this stuff, this tech, and it's not only aluminum and all kinds of stuff, but it's also stuff that gets in your body and can self-replicate like nanotechnology. And
right.
everybody's breathed it in at this point. So all they have to do is activate it inside you, and uh you're you're basically mind controlled. Direct energy weapons can work on you, stuff like that.
Yeah, until I
I'll
started
send you the
doing,
video if you want me to later, when I get it uploaded.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I actually found out a lot about what you just said. And I found some videos that help you cleanse from that as well.
Oh, I'd like to know about that. Yeah.
Check this out. There's a series of channels called Psi Energy that everybody got to get on. It's SIGH Energy, and there's one called Psi Energy Ultra. There's one called Psi Energy Light. There's one called Psi Energy Mix, and I think there's one more that I can't remember. But if you look up Psi Energy, you'll find that channel. You'll find those channels, and those videos are very effective.
I think I did subscribe to that one. I haven't got a chance to look at it yet, but uh let's see. Oh, I found a channel where this dude's got this dude right here, man. Let me see if I can find this channel right off the bat. This dude's making these energy weapons from his house. I ran across it. This dude had a gun with this flame blower coming out of it. I was like, wow, what in the world is that? I was flipping through short videos. Let me see if I can find the channel. Uh
Man, somebody got to find something, make something that could block this remote neural monitoring, man.
well, they say, oh well, I've got a video on how to throw it off. Brian too, which everybody keep him in his prayers. He went to Europe, and now his last video I watched the other night. I texted him, and he's not responded, but he's stranded. They shut his bank accounts down. He went to Europe to get away from the USA to get away from all this weapons and targeting and stuff. Well, now he's in Europe. They stole his luggage. Um, he don't have nothing. They froze his bank accounts, and he's stranded in Europe somewhere. So keep Brian too in your prayers. I tried to text him. I've left voicemails. But yeah, Brian too has videos on it, and and he gave me the information about how to, you know, you can't really completely 100% stop it, but you can throw it off, like redirection, quenching. I got a video on, I'll have to send it to you. It's on my page. And that's another thing. A lot of people only see my interviews. I got a lot of good information videos on how tips on how to stop it, what's going on. And I think I got the name of the video is how remote neural monitoring, how it works, and how to beat it. You know, multitasking helps with remote neural monitor. Throw it off if you're doing a bunch of different things at the same time because you're thinking in multiple threads, and the supercomputer has a hard time keeping up.
You know what? That's a fact, man, because I used to sit here, I used to have my PS4, I used to have my music system, and I used to be sitting there with two phones playing, one phone playing chess, another one playing videos. So yeah, I used to multitask like a motherfucker, man. These motherfuckers took my life down to where I don't have a PS4 no more.
Wow.
And it's just having an apartment has been a big hindrance in me being able to have certain other material things because this inflation is kicking my ass too. But like as a TI, they were actually using the PS4 network to gang stalk me through that. They were gang stalking me on NBA 2K, bro.
Yeah,
They
through
even
I experienced that Clash of Kings I played years ago, and they were stalking me and putting threatening messages in there to me. And I'm like, how do you even know who I am? You know what I'm saying?
right, and that's what yo. I don't know how in the hell they do that. They literally have people that they connect you with that already know who you are through the PS4 network, bro.
Yep. And put
That
triggers and everything out there for you.
yo, I can't. I had this sinking feeling that some of the guys that I was connecting with on PS4 network way back in like 2016. I was like, how am I meeting these? Like, how do these dudes seem like they kind of know? Like, it just seemed like I didn't know that the AI was matching people that heavily, where they're matching people based off brain waves and shit. I think the PS4 actually has they can commandeer that shit to make it read your brain waves
Yeah.
or do something or
But
put out radiation or something.
they let you know in the comments, they'll send you a message letting you know who you are and everything. They ever done that to you on Clash of Kings? It was a mobile app back in 2014, 2015. We know who you are and we're going to kill you any day now. You know, because a lot of my stalking
No, I
and
never got any messages like that. No way, nah. I've only had harassment. Like I had this one dude who tried to trick me on the PS4 network. He tried to trick me into giving him access to my PS4. And what he did was he was trying to delete my games. And I turned it off before he was able to delete my 2K. But he deleted some data before I was able to cut it off. But I'm like, yo, why a random nigga try to fucking delete my whole system just now?
right. Hey, you got a pen?
Yeah.
Write down this channel, man. This dude is crazy. This dude is making weapons and showing. Look at these. It's at the A symbol, capital C, and then lowercase d g 8484. And I wish I could put my phone up and show it to you. Hold on, watch this. I can share
I
this.
got another phone. I got another phone. I could look it up too.
Right, and I'm gonna share the screen and show it in a minute. Hold on. This is crazy. I was like, wow, this dude's really. This is, and then people who doubt all this stuff. Let me see. At
Damn, he said he made a plasma cannon.
yeah, are you seeing the stuff I mean, I'm like, wow,
Yeah, he
I
said he
seen
made a plasma cannon.
yeah, go to his short videos.
Let's go. We getting lit. We got fans out of no, we got fans out of land. Come on, hit it one time.
I don't know if I could, if it was showing that right.
Huh?
I don't know if I was able to catch that. I tried to put my phone to my screen, to my other phone, and show it.
I'm trying to find it.
So it looks like he making flamethrowers and shit, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't find it on my even when I put it in, it wouldn't show up. So I don't know.
I found it.
Yeah, it's Carlos Gaines is the I'm like, wow, but he's got some other stuff in there that could pass as energy weapons, and I'm like, man, this dude is crazy. He's saying warfare and all this, like popular warfare stuff like that. That's what he's saying. But this dude's anybody who has trouble believing this stuff exists, these weapons. Watch this. Let's see.
Yeah, man. I need to find out how to make one of these mugs, man.
Now watch this stuff.
It ain't nothing new to see here. I was just looking for a reason to show this thing here off again. Use this sound to show me something. Let's go.
Huh.
Checking. Hey.
Man, that dude he better be careful, man. He's gonna right blow his own ass up.
Anyway, he's got an energy weapon somewhere on there. I just don't know right where it's at, so I'm not gonna waste the time going through it. But yeah, dude's really making some futuristic weapons from his house. So you know, there's all kinds of stuff out there. Also, if you go to Information Unlimited on YouTube, all right, he took his website down, but his on his website was selling these direct energy weapons. Information Unlimited on YouTube actually shows all his weapons that he makes and sells from his home. Now, the TI community spoke up about it, and he changed the website name to a different name, and I don't know what the name is now. It used to be Amazing One, but yeah, let me see if I could tell you the website to go on that one, because that shows actual all it is direct energy weapons, and he was selling them on the internet, and a lot of us TIs and stuff for type in Information Unlimited, and it's at Information Unlimited 3040. Yeah, and he's got all kinds of stuff showing direct energy weapons. But yeah, so this stuff really exists, and there's really people, you know, anybody can own one of these now if they just know where to and you know, in his website, when you went to these devices he was selling, it was for pest control. But down in the bottom in the small words, it says can also be used to protect your home from invaders and all kinds of stuff, and against humans. It was in small writing. But he's changed his website because everybody was on him. So, but I actually got to go to that website.
The YouTube channel is called Information Unlimited.
Yeah.
I found that YouTube channel. We got the plasma.
Yeah, now them are direct energy weapons for real. But he used to have the website selling them. But I don't know. Well, he changed his website because us TIs were speaking about it, and he got pressure, so he switched it to a different name. I don't know what it is, but I actually been to the website before he changed it. He was selling these things. So anyway, yeah, that's another thing, another channel you can look at to see some of the stuff they got going on. But this dude makes them and sells them from his home.
And man, listen, all this technology is old technology, bro. Like they lied about all the history behind
technology. They say it's been around since ancient Egyptian times.
That's how they took over the world. I believe this world was taken over by mind control technology, and that all the shit that they fucking put in front of us. That's why it's called the Matrix. Is that all the systems are supporting people under mind control. All the systems are to perpetuate control over the masses by giving them nothing but false information about where they come from and what happened in the past, while they control everybody by secretly monitoring everybody's thoughts.
Right. Makes sense.
And if your thoughts get out of regulation for control, this is when the gang stalkers come out of the woodworks, because that's what it looks like that happened to me. It looks like I was just being watched with this technology, with this Truman Show shit the whole time. And when they decided that they hated me enough, or when it was a certain time they planned to do it or something, I don't know, but it's like all of a sudden, bam, he's comfortable. Now we're going to switch up and we're going to show him that he's been monitored this whole time, that his thoughts were being monitored, and that we were sending evil thoughts to him.
Right. Listen to what Roseanne said. This minute thing Roseanne said I just found this on Twitter earlier today. Listen.
A human being.
Hold on.
Not everybody here on this planet has a soul. In fact, a lot of them are just projections of program. And that's all they care about is regurgitating the program that they have been created by artificial intelligence to spout, because they don't have any real intelligence. And how you tell the difference is a human being has the ability to change. And a messenger cannot change. A messenger has a different soul than a human being. The messengers are here to program artificial intelligence. The messengers are here to tempt and sway people who have souls. And they do it quite effectively. But when you go back to roots, the way you tell if you're a human being or just a messenger, a co-opted bot of artificial intelligence, is you can change. A human being has the ability to change its mind.
And I know that sounds crazy, and some of y'all is going to be like, wow, but if you understand what she's saying, it's deep. But I don't know. I thought that was very enlightening to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was a good quote, man. She's on point about that.
I want to interview her, and I've tried reaching out to her, but I haven't heard nothing back. But I'm going to continue trying, because you never know. Because she said she's a targeted individual.
If anybody knows about being targeted, it's people from Hollywood, man. Because this gang stalking is how they control Hollywood too.
Yeah,
they control Hollywood with gang stalking, bro.
And Hollywood knows a bunch of stuff we don't know. So I think she's on to something with what she said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because she was deep in Hollywood for years.
Yeah, Roseanne she's been telling a lot of truth since she stopped really doing the TV stuff.
Well,
but yeah, I'm in here about to cook a TI breakfast, man. Makes pancakes and eggs, man.
That's what's up. Is there anything else you want to talk about, man?
Man, I just want to really just I don't know. It's so many things and so many instances that I wanted to bring up about these people that I've experienced.
Could you tell us about how that pedophile thing came about and how she came up to you and all that? Explain it kind of.
She followed me into the rental office because they were talking shit outside when I came back from the store. They were waiting for me to come back from the store. I mean, let me show everybody this gate, man. This yellow gate right here. That yellow gate. They were sitting by that yellow gate, waiting for me to come back from the store. And she was talking shit to me as I passed by about, because I called the police for a noise violation, noise complaint on her. And somehow she knew about it. She knew that I called the police. Now, how the hell do anybody know somebody called the police for a noise complaint if it's not the person directly above you?
Right.
So that's hit number one. That's proof number one that, okay, somebody knows something about me that they're not supposed to know. And she's been told that I called the police. So she's harassing me about calling the police. And then she followed me into the rental office because I was going to complain to the rental office that this woman harassing me about calling the police. And she comes in there and just says that shit. Like she walks in there and I said, yo, you following me in here? Yeah, you pedophile. I'm like,
Wow.
yo. And I fucking lost it, bro. I fucking lost it. And then there were police already in the office because they've been investigating this whole complex anyway, because they've been monitoring all this bullshit that's going on over here. Even though some police are behind it, I believe the sheriff's office is behind it. On my God's favorite channel, on the video where I show that I'm talking to the detective about this, a sheriff's deputy followed me into the police station, bro. And he said that he was making a report that his car got hit. And while he was saying that, he was jiggling his keys on the side of his leg, on the side of his waist, man. He fought like that was a sheriff deputy letting me know that they are behind this gang stalking shit. And I was forced to make a report to a detective sitting in the front of the police station. I was not allowed to go in the back in the office with the detectives. I was forced to say everything I had to say in front of a sheriff deputy that was sitting there making a fake report, bro.
Wow. Yeah.
And that's on camera. It's on camera. I got it on camera where the deputy's sitting there acting like he's writing down his report, and he's sitting there listening to me.
So when she called you a pedophile, was the police in there too?
Yes, the police were in the office.
Wow. They were trying to provoke you, man.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. They were trying to provoke me. There was a desperate attempt to try and provoke me. And ever since that shit, it's just been.
Well, hey, what do you do to cope, man? Besides, I mean, is there things you use to cope?
Man, I smoke weed, and I just try to stay the hell away from these people. Like I don't know. It's nothing else I can do because they're so close. It's just like, man, I have to have the discipline of.
You ever play games on your phone or anything?
Yeah, I play chess every day.
Yeah. Oh, I had to play you in chess. I wish I could play chess against you, man. I love chess.
Man, if you love chess, man, are you on chess.com? If you're not on chess.com, you don't love chess, Dave.
I didn't. Hey, I'm no good against the computer, but you know, I used to play chess all the time.
Hey, I'm on there. My name is I got two chess accounts.
I can play you on chess.com?
Of course, bro. Get the app.
Oh, I didn't know they had that. Yeah, I'll have to sign up for that one day.
Yeah, just get the app and it's right there. Just create your account and I'll text you my account name.
All right. Yeah, there's another TI named Andrew. He plays a lot of chess. He goes to actual chess matches and all that. Man, I wish I could. If you're good at chess, I'd like to see you in New Orleans. There's a right on the edge of Bourbon Street. When I was in New Orleans, they got this dude who plays you in chess, and if you beat him, you win so much money. But you gotta pay like $25, and if you beat him, you win like $100. This dude, he beats everybody.
Yeah, I would love to play him, man, because they do that in New York too. I'm really good though. I'm in the 1200s, man. Like I'm good.
Wow. Yeah, so you do got some things you do to cope, huh?
It's not much, man, because I had an electric scooter and my scooter broke. Man. So I'm walking right now, man. That was my little transportation, man. It's hard to afford another one because food is so fucking expensive these days.
Yeah.
I buy my weed to try to feel better from this shit too.
Yep, it'll definitely help you feel better. You know, me personally, where I'm at, it's illegal. So I'm so scared that, you know, remote neural monitoring, they know everything you do. Try to get some, I'd be like, man, they'd mess around and try to build a case on me for it.
Where you at?
Alabama.
Oh, you in Alabama?
No.
Damn. You like it there?
Yeah, it's all right. It's same as any place though when you're targeted, you know. It's like because everywhere I go, I'm blacklisted. That's why I'm so gang stalked, man. I have panic attacks when I leave I'm agoraphobic, like diagnosed agoraphobic. I haven't left the house in 2 years. Well, actually, December 2nd will be 2 years this year. I haven't been out of the house.
Hey, I had a guy in the store the other day. He was trying to drop hints. I don't know if this shit is true. I don't know if he was just capping just to say it in front of me to mess with my, to make me think about it. But he was talking shit about a new job, and he was trying to tell the store clerk about this job. He was saying that it's a job working at the car dealership and just get the cars ready. You open the hood, and he was saying some shit like 10,000 a month, and you get to stay in a hotel. And I'm like, yo, okay, you saying that in front of me because you want me to hear that, and you want me to think about the fact that people are getting paid possibly this much to stay in a hotel and come gang stalk me.
Yeah, you ain't getting $10,000 just to lift the hood.
Damn sure not, unless you lift in the hood for some gang stalking.
Right, right. And
So I
listen to
don't
this.
know.
This was in my comments. Does this not sound like a perp? Listen to this. And I should go on let me see if I could comments. Yeah. Here's the comments this person made. And since I don't know, sometimes I get it wrong, so I'm not going to even say who put the comment. But these are. Can anyone help explain how you know what side of the magnet goes towards your body? Can you please try to find the cat's eyes video for us and post it? My friend gets a $200 prepaid credit card. They probably get different amounts just to guess. How do you have a friend that's a gang stalker? You see? Unless she's talking about one of my perps, what I'm saying, gets paid $200. Maybe I'm wrong. See, that's why I don't blast people out sometimes, because I know I'm wrong. Because I was talking about how do they get paid, and see, this post says she said a prepaid credit card. Then she said it again, a prepaid credit card. Then she commented, my friend gets a $200 prepaid credit card. They probably get different amounts. So I'm just wondering if that was like telling me, yeah, this is what you know what I'm saying?
I would imagine that they don't get paid in no traceable money. And with the amount of black people that I've seen gang stalking me, man, it makes me think that it's a significant amount of cash that they're getting, because I never knew so many hood dudes would be involved with some gang stalking shit. And it just makes me think, like, if they willing to just totally do away with any integrity as a man, then they must be paying them a lot of fucking money to do that shit. Because
Right.
you gotta be a pathetic motherfucker to go and stalk somebody for a paycheck, dog. Like, you're fucking pathetic. You're not the police. You're not a fucking investigator. You're a fucking lame ass nobody that just get paid to go fucking stand around and create a scene to create bad energy. Like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, that's why I try to stay positive on the spiritual side. Stay prayed up, stay covered. Cover myself with the blood of Jesus and keep myself covered, and also pray Psalms 91 and stuff. Not everybody believes that way, and I respect everybody's belief. That's just what I believe. But I don't down nobody's belief or think I'm better than anybody. That's just one way I cope, and just try, like you, I play video games. Try to stay positive and try to get my mind. And then, like, I noticed, like, my V2K has been very heavy. So the other day, yesterday, I did a lot of multitasking because I was trying to clean up and stuff around here, especially with the cat. So as I was multitasking, I noticed my brain don't focus on the V2K as much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Like V2K right now, I got a man's voice in my head telling me this is a shitty interview. You need to stop it right now. But see, that it's a good interview. That's what it means. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They always try to down me and talk bad, and then they'll say, "Well, that's why you're going to get your head cut off and all kinds of." I mean, my stuff goes hard on me sometimes, but I've been ignoring it since 2015. Ever since I found out what it was, and that it wasn't actual voices and it was V2K. I've learned to ignore it, but I have that in my head all the time. And
Yeah,
that's
they
why I'm going to
they-
take a break from interviews for about 2 to 3 days next week. I'm going to take about a 3-day break off interviews to try to get my head straight. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets stressful trying to be on time for interviews, and then you got all this, you know, I'm getting hit with direct energy weapons. I get vibrated. Sometimes I'm too lethargic to move. I got to force myself to do stuff. So yeah. So I'll probably take, if you don't see a video for about 3 days next week, anybody watching, that's why, because I'm just going to take a break and try to meditate. You know what I'm saying? Get my mind.
I was gonna say, Dave, man, hey, put your cat on the camera, man. I want to see your cat. I think everybody wants to see it.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Here she is. Honey girl. Look, you can see her probably now.
The camera effect is making her blink in and out.
Look at her. You gonna look at the camera? I love the cat. She's a tortoise. I mean a tortie, and torties are rare cats.
Yeah, she's
It's like orange, black, and white. Orange, black, and stuff. I gotta take her back. In Japan, no, we rescued her out of the car wheel. She was in the fender. And we heard Holly said, there's something up in my wheel, and it's a cat because it's meowing. So we spent hours trying to get that cat out, and we finally got it out. And I said, well, let's keep it. And so we asked her stepfather if we could keep it, and he said, yeah, and we've been taking care of it ever since. But anyway, torties are supposed to be lucky cats.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, them kind of cats. There's males that are very rare. It's like 5% of all tortie cats are males. But in Japan and Ireland, if you get a tortie cat, you're seen as it's seen as a sign of good luck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, it kind of helps me too. You know, a pet is therapeutic. You ought to try to get a pet, man.
Man, I've been thinking about it, bro. I've been thinking about it, man. I just
Especially
don't
a
want
dog. Anybody around your
I just-
apartments or in the walls or messing around in the walls or anything in your apartment, your dog gonna know it instantly.
Yeah,
You know, when I used to live in apartment complexes, they used to mess around. Like there was this one apartment complex that had these. It's just hard to explain, but this was in Iowa, and they had these walls, adjoining walls. Anyway, they had this apartment next to me where they were actually in the walls. You know what I'm saying? Perping me, knocking on the walls and stuff, trying to make me go crazy and stuff. And
in the walls.
Yeah, and then they had the bathroom ceiling. I swear, they dug a hole in the bathroom ceiling where they would drop stuff down on me when I was using the bathroom, and there was a hole. I tried to tell the landlord. Landlord's like, well, that hole's been there and nobody can really see. I was like, nobody can see. I can see in the apartment right upstairs. What are you talking about? Nobody can see. And they would drop stuff on me when I was sitting on the toilet, and just, you know, really, really freaked me out. So I was like, man. So I always wanted to get a dog because I know a dog could pinpoint right where they're at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They do all kinds of crazy stuff, man. I don't know if they've ever been in the walls in your apartment, but yeah, that's what they would do when I was in apartment complexes. Huh?
No, I've never had that problem. I've never.
Right. Well, that's good. Because that stuff, man, used to freak me out, and my handler would be like, "Dude, I don't hear nothing." And you know when you hear something, but it's just me and her, so she can deny it all she wants and act like and gaslight me and act like I'm crazy. But I know I was hearing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's what they love to do too, though. If you get a partner and she's a perp or whatever, they'll do stuff and then they'll deny it and make you think, well, I'm just hearing stuff or I'm going crazy. Oh, David, you're in another PTSD episode. It's not real. Just calm down. Come on, man.
Yo, that's another thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that these psychiatrists are failing us by not being aware of these technologies, man. At least even just the fact that somebody could get microwave radiated and have effects on their whole being just from getting radiated.
Right. And I got to share that video. Somebody sent me a video. Psychiatry is all made up. It's not real.
It's a shame, bro, because I saw that video. There's a short on YouTube about the fact that over the last like 40 years, like over 200 mental illnesses came out of nowhere.
Yep.
So I don't remember the exact number, but a large amount of mental illnesses just popped up in the last 30, 40 years. Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, the whole DSM was written just to have a whole job for people, another profession.
It's to cover the technology. It's to cover the usage of this mass technology. There's mass use of brainwave monitoring and brainwave interference going on. That's what the fuck is really going on. That's what's causing most of these problems. It's
Yep.
a whole secret. It's a whole secret concentration camp, and they literally mean concentration because they're going for your brainwaves.
The whole world's in a prison of negative energy.
Before I actually was totally conscious of this, I was reading as much material as I could get my hands on about it because I knew something wasn't right about this reality. I knew something was I knew this system was designed to let us get the least out of it as possible, bro. To experience the least happiness, the least physical power, and then you find out that there is so much more available energetically than you ever imagined, and how they are controlling our concept and our perception of this reality and of what energy is capable of doing.
And they feed off negative energy, so they want to keep you at a low vibration at all times.
Exactly. If the truth and knowledge of the world and the actual history of humanity reigns supreme, it'll be a paradise. It'll be everybody will be good.
Yeah. And see, I heard
the only people that wouldn't be good.
They hijacked our vibrational level.
Right. The only ones that wouldn't be good are the ones that are doing that. The ones that want to keep everybody at their lowest state can't survive in a fucking paradise. They can't survive in the best world. They only could survive in a world where everybody's getting fucked over.
Yeah, which is why I tell people to try to walk in love. Because they don't want you on that positive vibration. They want you bitter, hateful, and negative. And the whole world's in a negative energy mode. You know, almost. It's a whole energy grid, and these energy vampires get off on that and harvest it. It's what I think.
And that's why they're trying to say I'm a pedophile, because that is something they know can bring your energy down. It brings everybody's perception down. And it's just like this fucking evil energy that they're trying to create by lying on somebody and trying to make them feel away because they get lied on.
All right. So now you got to walk through the world with people looking at you scornfully and all that. When I think about that, though, I think of like, you know, Jesus walked through the world with everybody looking down at him and stuff like that. And, you know, different people that Well, I don't know. You don't really believe in the Bible, do you? Didn't
Yeah,
you
I
say
believe
last
in.
time?
I know the Bible. This is my take on the Bible. The Bible is a work of true information that was edited
Yeah,
for the victors of the war, because the people who edited the Bible are the same people that are trying to hold everybody back.
right. And
The
that's why you got to
original
look at the
Bible
lost books of the
had,
Bible too.
right, that's what I'm saying. I only accept the Bible in its original form. I can only accept the Bible in its original form.
Right. But see, the reason I accept it, I know what you're saying is true. They did edit it and take some stuff out, but they left a lot of stuff in. And then also, I read the book of Enoch, and the lost books of the Bible too. Book of Jubilees. Them books were left out, and they were left out because I don't know why the Council of Nicaea left it out. I guess they wanted to manipulate man to believe.
That's what I'm saying. They only did that because of what's going on and what's been going on. Their whole goal was total control over our power, bro.
Right. Like I wouldn't doubt if they didn't put the slaves obey your masters in there, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. To manipulate stuff.
I've learned so much about people because of gang stalking, man. I've learned how low people can go. I've learned about how the people sit in neighborhoods and they sit outside every day, all day. Those people are most likely gang stalkers. It's just like these motherfuckers right here. They out here every day like this, bro. Every day like that.
Right. Not working,
And
not doing nothing.
found out why they out there like that every damn day, because they doing the devil's work.
Do they hit you with energy weapons?
Every night while I'm sleeping, man. I've actually recently just did this. I
Oh
actually
yeah.
recently did this.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Because
got that on
over
my
my
windows.
bed, every night while I'm sleeping, they were tearing me up with that shit, bro. And that significantly decreased what I was experiencing that night.
And
I
you
don't
know
care
what
if anybody says.
You know the good thing about Mylar, the other good thing is if you got it on the windows, I got it on my windows and stuff, like if they have a infrared trying to track you in your house, they can't track you through that stuff. Now, it may not help that much with blocking. I haven't found it helping that much with blocking the technology, but I know I seen this dude go in the forest, and he was showing that he had this helicopter ride over him with his infrared, and he covered himself in Mylar. Didn't pick him up.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
no,
When
it
I
was a
was
drone. He had a drone flying, infrared seeking drone where they can find humans. And he
yeah,
covered up with the Mylar, and it showed the drone could not see him.
bro, everywhere that I went in California when I was homeless, everywhere that I put my tent, they sent a human to walk near my tent to see where I was at exactly, bro.
Wow.
And then they would drone, they would have mad drones over me all day and night. And I had to put foil over my tent in order to stop the energy weapon attacks in my tent. They were attacking me from helicopters and drones with their energy weapons.
Right. But but the foil didn't block it all the way, though. Did it?
The foil did a great job. I layered the hell out of it.
Okay. Yeah.
They were getting mad. And they sent the gang stalker to start shit with me because they were mad that I was using the foil to block it real good. They tried to get me out of the cabin because I was actually successful in blocking their attacks. All they had was the gang stalkers, man. They had meth head gang stalkers in California working for the police, harassing a targeted individual, trying to make me kill a motherfucker in the woods, man.
Oh, I believe it. That's what they want you to do: snap, commit suicide, or end up in a mental hospital.
It's horrible, man. I've been through some shit, bro.
And if you look at the stuff going on in the world, like in people, this is not on mainstream media, but you got people in Springfield, Ohio. These Haitians are eating cats and animals and stuff like that. It's been checked, but the media is not going to cover it. They're also not going to cover the fact that in New York City, 6 banks have been taken over by these Palestinian people, and they're all city banks, and they've been taken over. You know, they took over the whole banks and shut them down and everything.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I can. There's a dude named Patrick Humphreys, and and during the day he tells all kinds of news that's not covered by the media. Very good channel on YouTube. Because I don't watch the news, and this is not, and I've checked stuff on him, like, you know, to look stuff up on Telegram and stuff to make sure what he's saying was true. And every time he says something, yeah, it's all, he don't do stuff just for views, is what I'm saying. He's got a homestead. He's off the grid. Let's see. You might want to keep up with him, and you keep up with what's going on in the world. Patrick Humphrey is his name.
All right.
Under the definition of daily, it says doing something every day. Reality is there's a lot.
Listen to this.
Let's get into the details here. Really quick, guys, please just hit it up for me down there. Hit that like and hit that subscribe. I'm posting big urgent news, and it just helps to get these warnings out. I appreciate that. All right, this is happening in Manhattan right now. This group has come out. It's called Unity of Fields. That's what this group is called. And they just posted about this afternoon, letting everyone know that they have destroyed 6 banks in New York City, right? That's what they're telling everyone. And
now, I'm not going to go into it, but I'm just saying stuff like that's being all over the world. You know, in Aurora, Colorado, immigrants took over 3 apartment complexes. You know, they're running the apartment complex now. They got their own Venezuelan. I don't know if you keep up with that, but man, it's not.
I heard about it. I don't think that shit real. I just think it's a psyop, man.
Oh no, it's real. It's real.
No,
The mayor and everything is admitted it.
That's not part. You don't think that's part of a psyop?
I think they're letting this. I think they're letting this stuff happen in America because they're going to try to push a civil war, martial law, or, you know, they're trying to push something.
Somebody needs to arrest the president. Somebody needs to arrest the president, arrest the vice president, and arrest Homeland fucking Security, that motherfucking Merrick Garland. They all need to be arrested, man. They the ones let those people over here. They paying for those people to be here, and they waging war against Americans, bro. This is war.
Yep.
That shit is crazy, man. Arrest the president, bro. Fuck that.
Yep. Yeah,
these police want to be badass. These police want to be badass motherfuckers. Why ain't the police intervening in that Venezuelan shit in Colorado? Then?
They're scared.
They want to be bad against unarmed civilians, but there's some Venezuelans come over here kicking ass and they not doing shit.
Right.
That's crazy, man.
And I really think they're trying to spark a war between black people and the Venezuelans. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think they're trying to do, a civil war, some kind of civil war they're trying to spark off. And then they can, when they do that, they create order out of chaos. So then they create all that stuff and they create a civil war, and then they can come in and do martial law. You see what I'm saying?
Man, as far as I know, as far as I feel, T.I.'s been under martial law the whole time. I've been under martial law the fucking time.
Yep.
You monitor my thoughts. You monitoring me in my privacy. Nigga, I said that in my video. I said, man, I should be weighted on hand and foot for the rest of my fucking life for what they've done to me. This shit is a major human right violation, bro. They don't do this shit to prisoners, bro. Prisoners still got constitutional rights in prison.
Yep.
Like, how the fuck are you monitoring my thoughts, motherfucker?
And I went to stores and they be closed when you go there?
Hell yeah. They have closed Burger Kings on me before. San Diego used to close the Burger King on me. They closed the fucking Taco Bell on me over here. The The Wendy's has been closed before on me, man. They've closed.
They
They've
used to
even
do that to me all the time.
bro, they know I love to eat at restaurants, bro. They closed Denny's at 2 a.m. I went to Denny's at 2 a.m. in San Diego. They fucking made them people close that damn store. Close the Denny's on me, man. And another Denny's, there's two Denny's in San Diego that is real close to Old Town. And I went to the one Denny's and got into a fight with a gang stalker and that motherfucker, man.
Wow.
After the woman was already on the phone with the handler was telling her to act like she was calling the police. And then the gang stalker walks up to me after staring at me since I walked in the restaurant. He walked up to me and I took him down, bro.
Oh.
I took him
Lucky
down.
You didn't get arrested for that one.
He came up to me. I had to defend myself. I took him down. And he was grabbing my leg, and his friend had to pull him off my leg.
Wow.
Like, I've had so many altercations with these gang stalkers, bro.
Yeah. You'll be walking to a store or going to like a Wendy's. I went to a Wendy's at like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that. Oh, we're closed. We had an accident. Well, that happened like 5 times in 1 week at different locations. And I'm like, no, there's no way that's a coincidence. You know what I'm saying?
And that's such a major thing they like to do to fuck with you is have employees close the venue, bro. Yes.
Yep.
They did that to Speedway in Cincinnati. They I don't know why they want to fucking perp me so bad at Speedway. I used to go to Speedway all the time in New York. So maybe that's why. Maybe they just want to let me know that Speedway is gang stalking me for fucking whatever reason. But this Speedway out in Woodlawn, Cincinnati, the first time I ever tried to go over there, they closed it. And then the second time, they had a gang stalker by the counter. You know how they like to have the gang stalker by the register waiting for you to get up there? Somebody that's going to be just standing by the register for no apparent reason, just standing there with a phone.
Yep.
They did that to me the second time, and I actually said something to the guy, and then after that, that's when they basically had me on full gang stalking at Speedway. A red car would pull up every time, and it was an employee for the store that would intercept me every time I went there. He would show up in a red car just to get on the register, bro.
Another thing they used to do to me too is Western Union. So I would be homeless and somebody would send me a Western Union. So I was in Baton Rouge. I walked to 5 different Western Unions one day and they would all say, oh, our computer's down. I said, man, I just seen the dude leave, get money from you. He just walked away. Oh, our computers just all of a sudden went down. I mean, I walked all over Baton Rouge. Finally, I acted like I didn't even, what I did is I didn't even think about it, but I knew where I was going. It was hard to explain how I did it. But anyway, I ended up going to Regions Bank in downtown Baton Rouge and they accepted my Western Union. But it's hot out there and 5 different ones. And, and that's not the first time they've done it. Every time I get a Western Union, a lot of them would be like, oh, no, our computer's down. We don't do Western Union. Or you go to Walgreens where they got the Western Union machine. Oh, it's down. So you can't get your money,
That's crazy, man. I've stayed at the Best Western in San Diego for Christmas of 2021. I stayed at the Best Western in San Diego, and those motherfuckers kicked me out the day after Christmas by lying and saying that their computer was down, so they couldn't let me rebook the room.
Wow. Yeah, I went through like 6 or 7. Yeah. Or the hotel room will start checking you in, then they'll get a call, and then they'll come back. Well, we're sorry, that room was took. Make up some excuse not to check you in.
Yeah, man. That even when it comes to jobs, like I used to work at People Ready. They used to be called Labor Ready, and I used to get mad work with them, consistent work all the time. And then when this gang stalking shit kicked in, they switched to an app. When I first went there, they were still using paper and manual. Everything was manual. And then shortly after I got there, now they're switching to an app. They hiring new employees. They renovating the office. They taking work from me that I get on the app and saying that somebody else is for them. And I'm like, oh man. So I watched this whole thing develop. Like I watched People Ready go from being a fucking place where the lowest on the totem pole go to get some work at, and it's easy, and you ain't got to worry about too much. And I didn't think that anybody else would give a damn that I was working doing this. And that was one of the earliest things that let me see that, yo, this is like, why am I, as soon as I go to this company, it changes.
Right. You talking about the labor ready where when you get done, they print you out a check and you put it in the machine, get your money? Hello? Did you freeze up? Wow. Is that what you're talking about? You froze
Yeah,
up.
I don't know what just, yeah, I don't know what just happened. It just blanked out and came back.
Right. No, I was talking about the labor ready. You talking about the ones where you go work the same day, they give you a check and you
Yeah,
put it in a machine, get your money.
you get paid the same day,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yep, and you they had gotten past that point at where it was they had a debit card for you. They
Okay.
switched to a debit card, but they started taking work from me, man, and they stopped letting me get consistent work, man. And I just noticed that somebody was trying to prevent me from gaining long-term employment through this company, which would have been very beneficial for me because I gained a preference for doing labor work instead of doing what I had been doing. Because I went to the Air Force and I was doing communication systems, computer networking, and a bunch of stuff that I wasn't really interested in it. It wasn't a passion. It was just something that I did in the military, and it was going to pay me good. But when I found out, I was like, man, I like to do labor, man. I'm going to do labor, man, and I'm good at doing labor, construction work, and all this shit, man. And I was doing this for People Ready and just trying to get on with somebody, and I just noticed that nothing's coming. And I realized that it was because they were trying to hold me back. Somebody was telling them not to hook me up with them good jobs.
Yeah, because if you go to work every day and you don't, like you said, you'd been working there, never had problems. Usually the people who build good reputations get chosen for all the jobs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro. I never had a problem at any of my jobs, man.
Hey, what did you do so you said communications what? So you know a lot about computers, huh?
Yeah, I was doing networking and working with servers and wireless and
Oh,
help
cool.
desk, you know, a lot of experience with help desk and stuff like that. Certifications. I have Network Plus, Security Plus, Microsoft certifications, you
Wow.
know. So they put me in a career field that basically mimicked how they were using me as a network node and getting all my data, is what I feel. That's
Right.
why in my first interview I was saying that it was ironic that the job that the Air Force gave me, it was like letting me know that that's what they're doing to me too. Like they're using my brain as a part of a network to advance their technology and shit.
Right. Do you ever think that's might be why you're targeted is because when you went to the Air Force, they saw the potential there to that you're like highly intelligent and they wanted to target you for that?
Yeah, I think that's why they targeted me as a child for that shit, man. And I think it was also some type of, it was like my dad was, it was like he was convinced that I was dangerous, and he was a major component in me being targeted because I think they had to get him to agree to it. But then again, if they didn't get him to agree to it, they just use him as a bot. They've been controlling his mind the whole time, and I didn't know what I could do about it. But it just seemed like he was basically commissioned to stop me from reaching my potential in a lot of ways. Like as a kid, I was into sports. I know I could have been a damn good basketball player on some level. I don't give a fuck if I went to Europe. I wanted to play basketball, and that was my passion. And I felt like the part of my gang stalking was to prevent me from excelling in that field.
Right. Oh yeah. Also, I want to tell people that people's been asking me about where to get Robert Duncan's books at and stuff like that. So you can go to avalonlibrary.net. avalonlibrary.net. Avalon Library is all together, and then .net. And it's got all kinds of free books, and it's got How to Tame a Demon, The Matrix Deciphered, and Project Soul Catchers all in there for free. It's a free library. And you can download these PDFs, and I mean, it's got all kinds of books in there. So yeah, and it's got The Hidden Evil. It's about gang stalking. Mark M. Rich. All this stuff's free. avalonlibrary.net. You can go to it on a phone or a computer. You want to go to the ebooks directory. So, because I've had people ask me how to get the books, and that's how I got them. I got them downloaded in my Google Drive.
Yeah, I had a bunch of books like that, man. I remember we talked about Behold the Pale Horse. That was the first book to get me going after Fahrenheit 451.
Yeah. See, this is from Mark Rich, The Hidden Evil. The mental health system's apparently being used worldwide to discredit targeted people who complain. According to the book Journey into Madness, countries around the world, including the U.S., have used doctors to help abuse and discredit people, often for different reasons. It's documented fact there was a collaboration between doctors and the military when experiments were carried out in prisons, hospitals, and universities on unwitting people in North America. It says McKinney states that medical doctors as well as psychiatrists and psychologists appear to be providing cover for this program. This is similar to what was done in Russia where enemies of the dictatorship would be thrown into mental institutions and drugged into submission.
Yo, that's exactly what this shit feels like they've been doing to me. A whole
Hey,
witch hunt.
You want the name of this book?
Hey, I can't hear you. It's breaking up.
Oh, I said, do you want the name of the book? I can give you avalonlibrary.net. If you look up Mark Rich, The Hidden Evil, he wrote a whole book on that stuff.
Yeah.
Mark M. Rich,
Avalon.
The Hidden Evil. It explains gang stalking and everything that's going on.
All right, let me get it one more time. Avalon what.net?
avalonlibrary.net. Avalon Libraries together, and then you put .net. Then you go to the ebooks directory, and then you find whatever book you want. But Mark M. Rich, The Hidden Evil. It's called, hold on, Mark M. Rich, The Hidden Evil.
Yo, that just reminded me, man. That just reminded me. I wanted to talk about my psychiatrist. I got a psychiatrist at the VA who I was able to convince him to look at my videos, right?
Yeah.
I convinced him to look at the videos on my Rukan channel, and I believe that my videos, either he was ordered not to take, I don't know, something happened to where he changed. And the way he showed me that he changed was when he came to see me the last time I was in there, he wore the mask. He never wore the mask before. He had never worn the mask. And then after he watched my videos, he basically told me he didn't feel like it was convincing, and he wore the mask. And I was like, that to me, that was a signal that my psychiatrist had been fully brought into the situation if he wasn't already. And I didn't believe that he was, but then he made me think he is now because of that.
Right. Yeah, it's The Hidden Evil, the financial elite's covert war against the civilian population. Very good book.
Man, I thought he was gonna look at my videos and at least give some kind of credence to what I was saying, because it seemed like he was giving me more credence before he looked at my videos. And then shortly after I got out of the hospital, Chief Handler shows up on my videos on that channel.
Oh yeah.
And that let me, and I saw the numbers change. Something happened in the account where they changed my numbers on my views. And I was like, yo, why these views just went from 9 to 6 or whatever? And that's when I knew something happened to my account. Like something happened when I had that doctor look at my videos, man. And he was told, don't take him serious. Don't give him no credit. Don't tell him nothing. Don't act like you believe him. because that's the
Yep.
part that's against the whole psychiatry setup. Like if psychiatry becomes abreast of the technologies that can drive people crazy, it's gonna make them think twice about everything they fucking saying.
Yep. And they're going to deny it because they
It
don't.
told it
They're going
undermines
to.
everything that a psychiatrist does.
Yep. And then that means their diagnosis on you is wrong, and they're never going to admit that.
Man, they fucking I can't believe they pulled off this scheme on me, man. They pulled off this crazy scheme on me, and they had the police calling my phone in 2001 asking for donations from the state police. And I never knew why they were calling my phone to ask for donations for the state police. But that's why.
Right.
They were letting me know that the police had my phone number and were watching me.
Yeah, it talks about all kind of. Anyway, it's a long book too. It's about 258 pages, covering all kinds of stuff on targeting and stalking and tactics they use.
Yeah, I done seen about every tactic they have, man. I've seen it all, man. For my gang stalking to fully commence in a military town like San Diego, that was the proof that the military is involved in it for me. Because I had military members gang stalking me right there in Old Town, man.
Wow.
I had Volunteers of America gang stalk me. This man named Jamal from San Diego, Volunteers of America. He act like he was gonna get me in their shelter over there. He never got me in their shelter. He just gang stalked me and strung me along, and I guess he was putting dirt on my name out there in San Diego, right under my nose, and I never really suspected anything. But what I realized, what are their schemes they do with me is they give me something. They try to give me something free as they way to gang stalk me. He brought me a free meal. He brought me a meal at Popeyes, and then he had an extra guy come with us that I didn't realize was just there to gang stalk.
Right.
And I thought he was another homeless veteran that needed somewhere to stay, but he really was just on the scene to be another part of the situation. And this man brought me to Popeyes, and that's one of their rituals they was doing with me, is that they would try to give me something for free. And I don't know where that part of it comes in at or what they're trying to say, but basically I definitely don't accept anything from anybody anymore. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Unless it's somebody donating to me as a TI or something like that. And matter of fact, let me give my Cash App. My Cash App is Inquiring Minds, and that's Inquiring Minds with an E at the front and a Z at the end. Inquiring Minds, Cash App. ENQUIRINGMINDZ.
Okay.
If anybody want to help a brother out, man, because having a job as a TI is a joke.
Oh yeah. Every job I ever got. Well, some people can work as TIs. It's rare, but it does happen. Like, my girlfriend works, but she gets gaslit and all kinds of stuff. Matter of fact, in a minute, I'm fixing to get off here because I stay on the phone with her when she drives home because she goes through, man, they stalk her with tags, just all kinds of stuff they do on her, like psyops and stuff. Like the other day, they had a tag that said morgue on it, and they made sure they got in front of her and kept hitting her brakes when it said morgue on it. So they put in her mind, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fucked
She
up,
runs
man.
into all kinds of tags. They put a skeleton, this golden skeleton on the back of the car. Man, I wish I knew where that was at in my pictures because I could show you this golden skeleton. So it was on the back of this white thing. They passed her, and there's pictures of it. And when they passed her, this dude held up a sign that said, "You're dead."
Man, the last job I had, the last ditch effort that I made to work in the network, on the network engineering field, computer field.
Yeah.
I was in Albany, New York. I went to a job for this company called Deep Blue Communications, and they were immediately purchased by Comcast when I became an employee. And the gang stalking came from Comcast. So I'm gang stalked on the federal level, and the Comcast was 100% confirmation of that because they had employees that they brought in and they a bunch of people left as soon as I started working there. And it was like they immediately replaced a bunch of employees with gang stalkers that were there just to, man, it's some shit that you never think is possible.
Find it, man. See, I could. See, I try not to. Let's see. Watch this. I'm gonna try to show y'all some of my evidence. I don't really show evidence that much because, I hate when these people, oh, well, this could have been a car doing this, and this could have been a car doing that, and all this, and so I don't like talking with all these perps on these trolls that throw doubt in the plausible deniability. Let's see some of our evidence. A drone. Let me see. So that car stayed parked right in front of the driveway. Different stuff, man. I could show you all day, but nobody's gonna believe it unless they're targeted. Like this car right here, he parked right there for 7 minutes, and then I got another video where he stayed in front of our driveway. He bust the block, and then he stayed in front of our driveway for like another 10 minutes. There it is. There's the car again right in front of the driveway. Just parked.
Do you get a lot of people, a lot of cars showing up every day to sit there for a little while, or is it just sporadic?
Yeah. And this one, man, we got hit hard when that was in front of our driveway.
Man, you lucky though, because they don't have people coming over there to stand around, man. That's the worst part, is that when you know there's people standing around for you.
So
man,
they do it outside. They bring it to my house. Then they'll pull in the driveway. They'll go to the back seat, act like they're getting something out of the car.
Every time they open the doors and act like they digging in the car for something, and they're not digging for shit. They're not digging for nothing in the trunk. It's all an act, man. It's just to make the cameras, and if they're being viewed by a camera, it makes them look like they're not doing anything on camera.
Yep.
That's all that shit is, bro.
Yeah. And
you see,
we're in a neighborhood where there's not that much. There's not, this neighborhood ain't that bad. So, you know, for people just to pull in your driveway at all hours of the day and just sit there and then act like they're looking for something in the back seat, and then go around to the passenger side, act like they're looking for something. This stuff happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's not no coincidence. But if I was to go on YouTube and say, look at this person in they were just pulled over trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? They'll always try to deny it. People, trolls and stuff.
That's exactly the only reason they do that shit, man. I have had a motherfucker do that just after he pressed something on his phone and made me feel the pulse in my body. So I'm supposed to sit there and think that pulse I just felt didn't come from you because you digging in your car, motherfucker, and I just saw you with your phone before you start digging.
Right.
Like, that's a great way to get somebody in a fight, and they have to prove why they went up to this guy by his car and beat his ass. It was because he used something on his phone to make me feel the pulse in my body. If I say that in court, I'm crazy.
Yep.
Even though he really did just do that shit.
Right. Yep.
I'm like, yo, investigate his phone, investigate his device. He got something in there that connected to my body, and that's why I tried to kill him. It ain't gonna fly.
No, you'll be in a mental hospital. They might try to
and
put
that's
you in
fucked
jail.
up.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up because that's exactly what they're doing, man.
And I'm gonna try to compile my evidence better and try to go over my evidence one day on a video. But you know, I really don't. I hate posting it because I hate arguing with trolls over oh, that car was just pulled over in front of your driveway using the phone. How do you know he wasn't using the phone? How do you know he wasn't having car trouble? They always say some stupid stuff to try to throw doubt in people's minds. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you get that, but
Well,
back in the
man,
past when
you
I would
you
post
can't
evidence, that's what they would do.
you can't let them stop you though. You can't let them worry. They're gonna say that shit no matter what
Right.
because you and I know what's going on. The stalkers know what's going on, and all we have to do is keep showing that we're not crazy and that we have actual reasoning behind everything we're saying and proof is it can't something's got to give. It can't just keep going on like this, man. Like I've went through the worst targeting that I've seen. Like I haven't seen anybody post videos that made me feel like they targeting was worse than mine, man. There's the one guy in Canada. Have you seen the real gang stalking? Canada?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm subscribed to
That
him.
dude, his camera work is so great. Showed he did such work to show how these people are doing this and how deceitful they are. And I was just really happy to see that he was able to prove that it's happening.
No, I'm not subscribed to him, but ain't he in Australia?
It's either Canada or Australia. I think it was one in Canada.
Oh, okay. There's one in Australia too. I can't think of his name right now, but he got some. I mean, they're just blatantly gang stalker. You know what I'm saying? It's like obvious,
Mm-hmm.
like no denying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I see a TI on YouTube, I subscribe. You know, I'm subscribed to all kinds of TIs, because I try to support all TIs. You know, I'm sure I've
Yeah.
subscribed to some of them that's probably not real, but you know, that's on them if they want to get on there and try to deceive folks. Uh, but I got like over about 100 TIs I'm subscribed to.
You know what I wanted to tell you about too? Kayla K144. You know her?
Mm, let me see. Oh, she must be one of the ones that says she's chosen, huh?
Yeah, she did the rap.
No, I'm not subscribed to her.
She did some type of song. It was like a rap song about the targeted individual shit. She seemed like a real TI, but as soon as I started talking to her on a personal level, the gang stalking arrived. She fucking was somehow brought into it and she tried to deny it, but after you told me you were going to do an interview with me and then you back out of the interview with me, I already knew what time it was.
Oh, she told you she was
She was
going to do an
supposed to
interview
start
with
doing
you?
interviews.
Oh, okay.
She was supposed to start doing interviews. As soon as I met her and started talking to her, now she's not doing no interviews. And then when I called her out about the gang stalking, I started getting text messages from other people talking shit to me.
It's Kayla what?
Kayla K144. It's like KALA 144 or something like that. It's like Calica.
Oh, my internet's acting funny now. Imagine that.
But she mentioned you in the beginning of when we were talking. That's why I brought it up because she said something about about an interview or something about you doing an interview or something, and then she said she was going to start doing interviews with TIs. But then she turned around and started acting fake with me,
Right.
like somebody called her and told her some shit about me.
Yeah, I ain't never heard of her. I don't know how she mentioned my name. Let's see, 144. My internet's acting up.
The way she spelled it is KALAKA 144.
I hope I hope my channel don't go down because it's saying the internet's out. So if it goes out, then I'll save the recording and I'll end the recording and I'll post it and send you the link because
All right.
it's got an exclamation point against right next to the Wi-Fi. That usually means the Wi-Fi is about to go out. Wow.
All right, well, we've been on here for a long time, man. We can clip this one.
Yeah, yeah. I just yeah, I can't provide internet. Wow. All right, yeah, we'll get off here because I got to get on the phone with her when she gets off. So, but yeah, I'm gonna post this and I'll put I'm gonna put his link to his God's favorite channel where he shows evidence and stuff in the description. And I can you want me to put your send me your text me your Cash App and I'll put it in the description too.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
All right. But it's nice talking to you, man, and I'll like I said, I'll get all this stuff ready when I get off here and try to get it uploaded. Yeah, my internet came back, so I'll get it uploaded.
All right, Dave. It was great talking to you, man. I appreciate you,
man.
man.
Keep your head up, man. Don't be snapping on nobody. That's what they want. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna stop